To recognize Deputy Majority Leader Erwin Tulfo.
Mr. Chair, as I'm sorry I was late because I was attending to other matters. I was informed by my chief legal na kanina pa ho yata ginigisa itong mga ito. Ayaw ho yatang sumunod ay ibigay yung mga names sa mga tinake down ho nila. Am I correct, Mr. Chair? Is that what they're saying?
Well, on the part of Shopee, they promised that they will provide us with a list of merchants that were subjected to their takedown within the day, Honorable Tulfo. On the part of Lazada, they promised to give us the feedback, not the list, on how they will approach this takedown as discussed by their legal department. But they have not given us any commitment with respect to the list of the merchants that they wish to take down.
Therefore, Mr. Chair, may I direct my question now to Lazada. Can you give me the reason why you cannot give any commitment when or how you will take this down, you will start doing this as instructed by Congress, Mr. Chair?
Hi, Mr. Chair. To reiterate, what Lazada will commit is we'll submit our list of takedowns as well as the report by this Friday, Mr. Chair.
John, I think the transcript will provide, that will be provided, that will be provided by this committee will attest to the fact that you did not commit to provide us with a list. In fact, what you said was, tinitingnan pa ng opisina ninyo kung anong approach, with respect to our request to provide us with a listing. You did not give us any commitment that you will be giving us or providing us with a list.
I'll make that commitment, Mr. Chair. We'll send this by Friday.
So nagbago ng commitment mo.
I'm chasing the
Okay.
people right now, so we're
So
making that
ibigay ka na ng listahan ngayon.
on Friday, Mr. Chair.
Alright. Ng mga merchants and items na iti-take down nyo pa lang. Kasi kanina sabi ni Shopee, meron na silang listahan na tinake down. Ang sa inyo, ang ibibigay nyo sa Friday, listahan ng mga items and merchants na ililist down nyo pa lang. Iti-take down nyo pa lang.
By Friday, dapat na take down
At
na po
dapat
siya.
na take down na.
Yes,
So you
Mr.
should
Chair.
provide the committee with that list.
Yes, Mr.
Alright.
Chair.
Mr. Chair, if I may, also I would like to direct my question to the representative of the DTI, Department of Trade and Industry. Where's DTI here? Kayo po sa DTI. Sir, nakita ko natin matagal na itong problema na ito. Kung hindi pa po lumapit ito manufacturers po sa ating office sa Congress, mukhang lumapit na ho sila, lumulusot lang ho, papasok dito sa tenga ho ninyo, lalabas sa kabila. Yung mga reklamo po ng mga sumbong. This has been going on for a while now and you haven't acted their problems. Ang tanong po ba, kami po ba ang gagawa ng trabaho nyo o gagawin nyo at gagawin nyo yung trabaho nyo? Because this is your job. May reklamo po yung ating businesses. Imagine, 300,000 employees nanganganib na mawawalan ng trabaho because of this online. Hindi ko naman sinasabing bawal, pero kailangan you have to level the playing field. Hindi ho hindi ho parehas eh. Sila may inspeksyon, itong kabila, wala mga ICC. Matagal na po pala nilalapit sa inyo, hindi ho kayo kumikilos. Kung hindi pa ho tayo maghihiring dito, kung hindi pa po lumapit dito, hindi ho trabaho ng Kongreso, investigasyon, kami ho kikilos, trabaho ng DTI, magbantay, trabaho na magbantay ng presyo ng DA. Hindi mo nyo nagagawa. What is the problem here? Can you just explain to us, sir? Because kagabi ho, nagbabasa-basa ho ako, parang matagal na ho pala ito yung nilalapit sa inyo, but then you're not acting on it. What is the real reason, sir? Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, just last year, more than just being reactive, we've been very proactive in terms of online monitoring and issuing show cause orders, which results in takedowns. Last year, there was only 1,000 840 takedown orders request for the online platforms. This year alone, there's 13,257 show cause orders, takedown orders, Mr. Chair. Once we issue the takedown orders, we will monitor and make sure that the platforms themselves take down the product listings. Now, of those 13,000 just this year, more than half of that involves appliances. And most of them, 5,000 of them are unbranded. That's why they're also uncertified. And the others are most probably, the next one is Hanabishi, probably fake. Micromatic, Yowa, mostly others are fake. So, and definitely, so at least 7,000 are involving appliances. So there are more than 7,000 takedowns already of products, specific products. I think the challenge for us is can we now move to taking down merchants? And that's why, based on continuing discussions with the industry, is to go towards a more proactive step is the drafting of that department order, which is now in its final stage, which is requiring sellers now to register, sellers that sell certified products to register with DTI, and that effectively stops for offshore sellers from being able to sell uncertified products.
Mr. Chair, my question now for DTI. So you're satisfied? Are you happy na take down? I mean, 13,000. You think that's an accomplishment, Mr. Chair?
Kulang pa po, kaya po, Mr. Chair, kulang pa po yan. Kaya nga po yung another measure that we're trying to do is that issue that requirement to do online registration of sellers of certified appliances. And not only appliances, but other certified products.
Now, Mr. Chair, let me ask you directly. What are the safeguards now to protect local businesses? Ano po, meron po ba kayo in place na mga safeguards, executive orders, what have you, department orders, to protect these local businesses, Mr. Chair? Kasi sa punto ito, tinitignan ko, wala ko kayong nakalatag ng mga batas or anuman dyan, order, department order to protect these businesses, protect at least this 300,000 Filipino workers na nawawalan ng trabaho. Puro lang yung narinig ko last year pa, take down this, take down that. Pero yung kanilang mga empleyado, meron po ba kayo in place na to protect yung business? Mawawalan po ng negosyo ito, mga sir, dahil sa online, where everybody's moving to that direction. Ito tinatawag nating e-commerce. Pag hindi ko kayo kumilos, wala ko kayong gagawin batas, hindi mo maprotektahan itong mga local manufacturers natin. This 300,000 workers kung wala akong magsasarap po ito mga ito. Sana naman natin ikakarga itong 300. Poproblemahin na naman ng Department of Labor. All of these are interconnected, lahat ng agencies. Pag nawalan mo ng trabaho, is the Department of Labor ready to accommodate 300,000 workers? Again, where are we going? Huwag yung sabihin, idadalhin naman sa abroad. Puro lang tayo, konting kibot. Idalhin sa abroad, puro lang tayo abroad. Napakadami na tayong tao sa abroad. Ang gusto ho nating malaman sa Kongreso, dito sa Kongreso namin, kung ano ho ang plano ho ninyo, paano maprotektahan ng mga negosyo na ito po ay sumusunod sa batas, nagbabayad ng buwis, tumutulong ho para makapag-raise po ang national government ng budget. Kaya pinag-uusapan ho ang budget, kaya nga minsan kulang-kulang mga naibibigay na budget sa iba't ibang departamento dahil kulang ho talaga. Tatanggalin mo pa yung negosyo, ilang bilyon ho yung buwis na binabayad ng mga yan. Now you tell us here, may plano ba? Or do you have plans? Or do you have something to prevent the closure of this company? Yung protection po nila. Protection mo. I know these are also local businesses, ito mga ito, pero may mga empleyado din sila local. Pero 300,000, marami po sila, 11 ho yata ng businesses po yan. We're making hundreds of millions from their taxes. And what if they shut down? What are we going to do? Ang tanong ko lamang po, meron po ba ang protection sila? How do we protect them? Mr. Chair.
Yes. I'm reviewing the ITA, Internet Transactions Act. I think what is lacking in this law is the penalty that should be imposed on the platform itself.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Tulfo, kung titingnan mo, pinagtatawanan lang itong batas na to ngayon because it's a mere 20,000 pesos for a first offense, 100,000 for the second offense, and finally, 500,000 to 1 million for the third offense. Sabi ko kanina, yung ginawa namin na batas ngayon, that's for second reading sa plenary, is stiffer penalties, solidarity liability that could even close down the e-platform mismo, meaning to say the store itself, Congressman Tulfo. So I believe that with the discussions that we have today, medyo conclusive yung maging recommendation ng committee na ito na i-amenda itong batas na to, while we are going through a transition and the full implementation of the IR is set for June next year. I think we should initiate the amendment of the law, particularly on the penalties, and the solidarity liability of the e-platform along with the e-commerce merchant.
This was my second question, Mr. Chair. Wala bang penalty? Mabanggit na ano yun, napakawalang kwenta na penalty, 20 mil pesos, kahit sino pwede magbayad yan anytime. Kaya siguro tuloy-tuloy ginagawa yan. I think it's really high time, Mr. Chair, na we really have to amend this, lalo na po yung mga pagpa-penalty na ito dahil napakalito 20 mil, tatawanan lang ho tayo ng Lazada, tatawanan lang Shopee, maski na siguro 1,000 pang 20,000 kayang-kaya nilang bayaran, Sus Mariosep. We really have to amend that, Mr. Chair. Kaya nga, going back to dito po sa DTI, ito yung sinasabi ko, we want to find out. Kaya ako lumapit ito, Mr. Chair, sa atin, sa Congress, because wala ko sila hindi naman pala magawa ng paraan ng DTI. So dito sila sa Congress, lumapit ito sa atin, sa tanggapan ni Speaker Romualdez, pinakayuso sa akin ni Speaker Romualdez, sabi, pinadaan ho natin sa hearing, that's what we are here, and that's what we're waiting for, Mr. Chair. Paano sila maprotektahan yung kanilang mga empleyado for the next several years? Dito ba? Yun ang sinasabi dito, Mr. Chair.
I think the most difficult hurdle dito is enforcement on penalties. Kasi for cross-border violators, ASEC Overo, paano natin ito ma-implement, na for cross-border merchants, stationed in China, paano natin sila pabayarin ng 20,000 for the first offense?
Wala tayo, Mr. Chair, we don't have jurisdiction over them to enforce imposition of penalties because they don't have presence, physical or any representative office here or any agent. Unless they put a representative office or an agent, then we can even if we issue decisions to penalize them, we can't collect from them.
So that is the defect of the law.
Unless
Penalty provisions. Kasi you cannot even impose it Kasi sabi nga ni Mr. Fullion at saka ni Ms. Jem and even John, a bulk of their merchants are stationed or is stationed in China or abroad. So with respect to imposing penalties, monetary penalties, kasi wala naman imprisonment dito, it is a challenge to impose penalties. Paano natin sila pabayarin? Because based sila. Although, in the first hearing, sinabi namin that all cross-border merchants should secure, BIR registration in order to be allowed to sell. Yan ang sabi namin Yan ang sabi recommendation ng committee last kahit abroad ka, mag-file ka ng ng BIR registration mo dito sa Pilipinas.
Sir.
Para may record ang ating ang BIR, and you should be subject to withholding tax. Ganon ang sinabi. And I will let BIR later comment. Yes, Ms. Caroline.
Sir, may I know? In our position paper, we also mentioned that we are requesting for a bond for all the offshore companies in favor of the DTI. The bond should be substantial enough that if they violate the penalties, automatic, the money forfeited in favor of the DTI for them to raise funds so that it can go to enforcement, sir.